Sorry, no intro today. How's it going, guys? It's me, Ivan Mount here, or Ivan Lewis is me, according to 2008 here. And today I'm going to show you how you can install Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 in VirtualBox. Now, I did this with all other versions, but I remember Media Center Edition versions. So right now, we're going to do the one with the 2005 one, the one from 2005. Yes, the one from the 2000s decade. So, um, I would recommend, if you haven't downloaded already, go ahead and do so. Right now, as you can see right now, it has my Windows XP on it, and it has the amount plus the established since 2021, and it's manufactured by each OS. I've done with other versions, but I remember these things. So let's get started. What you need is a VirtualBox, which we're also going to put that in this thing by clicking on here. If you haven't downloaded it already, go ahead and do so. We have our VirtualBox 7.18 platform packages. We have Windows hosts, the Mac OS, which also supports Silicon, Linux, Solus hosts, and Solus 11. But since we already have VirtualBox installed, we can now open up VirtualBox in our VM. But before we do anything, we need to make sure that the computer is enabled in our computer's BIOS. On Windows 10 and 11, click on the button on here, then click on Task Manager. In Task Manager, click on Performances or Performance, and make sure that the virtualization is enabled. If it says disabled, you need to restart your computer, boot into the computer's BIOS, and then enable full screen or enable virtualization. Now that we have the virtualization enabled, we can open up VirtualBox on our VirtualBox machine or this host machine. But for now, to the next one. Next, you need a Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005. Clicking on the ISO image will be shown, and it will automatically download it on our VirtualBox VM or this host machine. It will just take about a few minutes or two, and you'll be prompted to select that. Now, as you can see right now, I have all these four of them, so guess we have four. Click on the New button to create a new virtual machine. As you can see, we have the name and the operating system which you can choose from. So in my case, I would say Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 Tutorial 2025. Click on the ISO image and choose Other. Then locate the Media Center Edition 2005 and choose Open. Once here, click Skip Unintended Installation and click on that. Under Hardware, this is where we allocate our hardware. In my case, we have 2 GB or just 2. In the Processors tab, you will see the hardware, or maybe you know that point. I'm going to allocate 512 and allocate to 2. However, it supports like 8 GB or 8 CPUs, but however, it will not work properly. If I click on Start and click on Settings, click on My System tab, choose About, you will see how much processors that I installed here. As you can see, I have 340 gigabytes of processors and a space of RAM. So it was priority indeed, and it will be installed in the VirtualBox machine, which is also says 3.40 gigahertz with 3.1 GHz. Now on here, click on your hard disk. This is where we allocate our VirtualBox VM. Over here, we have by default is 10. I can allocate more if you wish by allocating more. But however, Windows XP requires about 10 to 40 or maybe even a bit lesser. Choosing 40 will allocate it just like I did with VMware Workstation 17. Click Finish, and this will automatically finish the process. Before we get started, click on the Settings tab at the top of your screen. Now, as you can tell, I'm just recording. Click on make sure we have the 1 to 128 video memory because we do use this uptime. And on here, make sure all of these things are checked. And once you're finished with it, click OK to exit out of the settings. We can now click Start at the top of the screen to launch our VM. Your VM is going to load up into a new window, and it's going to boot into the Windows XP setup. On the setup screen here, press Enter, and then press F8 to accept the license agreement. I recommend you just read it out. As you can see, we have in our unpartitioned space here that we created earlier. Press Enter to select it, and then once here, click on the Format to Partition using the NTFS file system quick. Press Enter. This will format the hard drive. I know this will take about a few minutes here, but during this process, so no worries. It will just say through. Please stay on the line. I'm going to fast forward it, and we'll let you know once it's satisfied. So no worries. Once it's finished, you'll be prompted to reboot your VM. You can wait for the timer to reboot or wait for the screen to be deducted. Once it's satisfied, you'll be seeing this. You'll be asked to press any key to boot from a CD. Do not press any key and let the screen pass. Otherwise, we're going to be taken into a boot loop. Now, it's going to load up into our exciting new look. As you can see, we have selected our information, the dynamic updates, and preparing the installation. However, it says installing Windows. It will just take about a few minutes. Now, once you see this screen, let me go back to my thing. You select your language and your region. I'm going to leave it as default, press Next. I'm going to name my username. I'm going to type in Ivan Sessa as my things, and my organization to Ivan Mount Plus. Choose Next in the screen, and you will be prompted to select a computer name. I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Dell Media Center 05. Press Next, or you can say we'll just leave it as Dell Media Center because it was limited. Press Next, and it's going to ask me to install the networks. Choose typical settings in networking settings. Click Next. Hit No. This is not on a network. Press the Next button, and it's going to perform the configuration. Now during this, you'll be prompted and wait for a few seconds. Once it's back here, it's going to ask you to press any key to boot from a CD or DVD. CD. Don't press any key and let the screen pass. Once you're back in here, you'll be prompted to select, say, the improved quality of adjust my screen resolution. Press OK. Please give me a few minutes. Now once you're on the screen, you'll be prompted to see this one. And as you can see, welcome to Windows XP. Thank you for purchasing Windows XP. Let's spend a few minutes setting up your computer or the VM. On this one, click Next. Choose Help Protect My PC by turning on automatic updates now, even though there's no more updates for Windows XP, and hit Next. press yes. This will connect. This VM will connect to your local area network or home network, and click on next. And it's gonna ask me to register with Microsoft. We are not, and click next. And it's gonna ask me to say who used my VM, and I'm going to say I'll put my username. I've SSF for this example. Press the next button on this one, then click finish, and you hear this Windows XP logout sound. And we will be brought to our desktop. However, we are not done yet. We need to make sure that we need to install VirtualBox Guest Editions. This will enhance some drivers, enable full screen mode, enhance performance, and provide additional functionality. To install Guest Editions, go at the toolbar on the top of the screen and click on Devices. Under the Devices tab, choose Insert Guest Editions CD image. Then click on the Start button in Windows XP. Then open up My Computer. In My Computer, click on the VirtualBox Guest Editions. And then, once you're satisfied with that, you'll be prompted with this screen, and it will open up like this. I'm going to minimize this to see the resolution. Choose Next button on your screen. Press the Next button again. Then Install. VirtualBox Guest Editions is now going to install. I noticed that the graphical glitches sometimes. However, it might encounter issues with the installation. You'll be prompted when it's selected. You'll be seeing this screen once it's provided satisfied. During the installation, your VM will flicker during the installation. Once you're done, you'll be prompted to reboot your VM. Choose Reboot Now and click Finish. And then your VM will restart. During the restart, you hear the classic Windows XP log off sound. Oh, hold on a second. Apologize for the interruption, folks. Anyways, once you're back in your desktop and have VirtualBox Editions installed, we can now full screen our resolutions and take the resolution of our VM. Go to the top, click on View, click on Full Screen Mode. If prompted, click Switch, and then your virtual machine will be full screen and take the resolution of your VM. Click View at the top of it again and select Full Screen Mode. And now this will automatically take the one off from your machine. We can now eject the VirtualBox Guest Editions. Click on the Start button on Windows XP, then open up My Computer. In the Devices with Removable Storage, click on the VirtualBox Guest Editions here, right-click on it, and choose Eject. The next two I'm going to go over in this tutorial video is installing an up-to-date web browser. Currently installed with Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 is Internet Explorer 7, which is too outdated to load most web pages. It can load Google, but anything else will give you a "this page cannot be displayed" error. Instead of Internet Explorer, I recommend installing Supermium. Supermium is a modern internet browser based on Chromium, the same foundation that Google Chrome uses, and supports Windows XP and other 32-bit operating systems. I'm going to leave a link in the comment section below to download the latest version of this process. You need to download it on your host machine, which is your actual computer, and then transfer it to our VirtualBox VM. On the right side on your screen, click on Releases on the top of your screen, look for the latest version, and click on the Supremium32.exe to download the latest version of Supremium. Now that our setup is now fully complete, that the VirtualBox guest edition is now downloaded, we need to transfer it to our VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this is using drag and drop from our host machine and clicking on Devices. And click on drag and drop and select Host to Guest. Then drag our file here from this, dragging from here, and then to my Windows XP desktop. As you can see, the Supreme setup here is now on my desktop. I found that the drag and drop might be a bit glitchy sometimes. If you encounter issues, you should use shared folders and then transfer it to our VirtualBox VM. Now click on the Supremium32 setup, and when satisfied that, hit yes to install Supremium. Then, once on this screen, choose Create Shortcuts for Supremium, and then click OK to proceed with the installation. Once it's finished, you see that the Supremium setup here is finally completed successfully. You should see the Supremium setup icon here on my desktop. Double click on it to open up the browser, and you'll be prompted to sign in to Supremium. Choose Don't Sign In, and you should see a good looking browser open. As you can see, I was able to load up Microsoft.com just fine. But if I load up Google, it will work too. You should be able to load up and watch YouTube videos. Like this. You should be able to load up and watch YouTube videos as well. Last but not least is we need to install a modern media player. Currently installed with Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 is Windows Media Player 11, which is too outdated to load most of these things. I can load up some songs right here on Windows XP, but whenever I click on drag and drop by clicking Start, then click My Documents folder, click on My Videos, I'm going to drag the video from the music video titles to the VirtualBox machine by typing Music Video. I'm going to drag the video where I want it to. I'm going to drag the music video called this one, the One of My God We Serve music video, and then move it over and drag our VirtualBox machine and clicking on here. As you can tell, if I move them out, you will see these screens. You can tell each of these screens are different. You can load one of these or in the music folder, but if I play one by typing Air Supply, then moving this music video into our drag and drop folder, as you can see, I was able to load up. As you can see, the Windows Media Player is installed on Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 is a Windows Media Player, which is too outdated to load most of these. You can play MP3s, but anything else will not display an error, which I will show you. Which you can see is open. Click on select program from the list by clicking Media Player. Press OK. As you can see, yep, it will display an error. Instead of Windows Media Player, I recommend installing KM Player. KM Player is based on each, and it's based on the video program, and it was based on the VLC and supports Windows XP. I'm going to leave it as well in this process, which I will put them in the website called kmpmedia.net in the comments. Look for the PC for Windows and click on it. Choose download for KM Player. Like I said, download it on your host machine. Click download for KM Player. Next, we need to transfer it to our VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this is to do the same thing like I do. Click on Devices, drag and drop, same thing. Then simply drag the KM Player 4.2.3 into our desktop. As you can see, KM Player is now on my desktop. Double click on it to open it up. Choose main language. Then you will see the KM is a multi-European player. It will contain a lot of formats. It will take about a few minutes to load up this process. As you can see, the KM Player is now on my screen. Choose the next button. Select I agree. Press next. Then install. KM Player is now installing, and it will take the resolution and it will install some player drivers, or maybe you know it because KM Player is also needed. Once on the Microsoft Visual C, C++ 2010, choose I agreed, accept the resolution, the terms of service, and if you want to send information, select yes, send information about my setup experiences to Microsoft Corporation. Press install, and it will bless you. And it will install the again. Choose finish, and then it will install. As you can see, I can run KM Player, click finish. As you can see that the KM Player is already installed. However, I think this may encounter issues, but sometimes it may not work. I found that the problem of the KM Player will encounter issues with it. So that's what you think, saying the path and address is incorrect because of Internet Explorer. Now we can play some audio by clicking Open File, then choose the information that was provided. Click My Videos, and we can see we can play the Where's Max theme, and it will play perfectly. I can also load up music videos, and this will work. And that's pretty much it to installing Windows XP in VirtualBox. Before I end the video or the stream, a quick disclaimer. Windows XP is not receiving any security updates in a number of years, so it will be vulnerable when using the operating system. So do not sign into important accounts like an email or Google account. You should be just fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, hang in there. Alright, back to the beginning. And as I was saying, that's it for today's tutorial of installing Windows XP in VirtualBox. Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005. Before I end the video, a quick disclaimer. Windows XP has not received any security updates in a number of years, so you'll be vulnerable when using the operating system. So do not sign into important accounts like your email or Google account. You should be just fine. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys did. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe and smash that like button. In that case, I'll see you in my next video.